First, being a member qualifies you for reduced prices on programs, including teen centers and grade school parties. Keep yourself and the kids active all year long at the Healthy Hangout, the Y, for youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome into the WTIM information station. My name is Tim Zalabak. Welcome into the WTIM morning show. Thank you so much to our live stream sponsors, People's Bank and Trust and Landmark of Taylorville. I got a couple of master gardeners in the studio with me today. I have Gwen Podesky and Sandy Klein, a couple of master gardeners. How are you two doing today?
Hi, we're doing great.
Good.
So good to have you guys in. Love my monthly time with the master gardeners. Want to know everything that's going down. You guys got some new things coming down the way here. Maybe a new opportunity for a new master gardener. That's September 2nd. Tell me about that.
Okay, so September 2nd is when they open the fall training for the online courses, and it will stay open. That time to register will stay open from September 2nd to October 22nd. And then after that, I believe the classes start in early November, and they will continue on. I think they usually get 2 months to complete the classes, 2 months or 3 months. So there will be a few months there, you can sort of kick back after you've mulched all your leaves and put your flower beds to bed and get a little bit of master gardener training, and then you can join the rest of us doing things like being on the radio.
Yeah,
that sounds awesome. What is what's the process look like? You said there's like about 2-month training periods and classes and such.
Right. What happens is you've got first of all, there is a cost. It's about $300. It includes the manual. You can either get just the print manual, or you can get also the DVD. And then you've got 9 or 10 classes, 10, I think, classes that go ahead and do all of they break down gardening between soils and general botany and
landscape
and vegetables and trees and shrubs.
Perennials,
so
annuals.
it's all split out so that you get a real good chance, and all the tests are open book.
That's the best part right there.
There you go.
There you go. Miss Klein, you sound like, when was the last time when did you become a master gardener and you did these classes? What was your experience?
Oh, it was so wonderful. But my experience is a lot different than what they're doing today. I had one-on-one conversation or instruction from a university professor. So they actually came here to the extension office, and so we had one-on-one time with them.
Wow. With
their instruction, and then we had time to really interface with them. So it was a little bit different than how they do it today. A lot of it is over the internet, and I've been a master gardener for 7, I think 8 years, something like that.
Yeah,
Not as long as Gwen.
That's why I did ask you. I wanted to know your process. Gwen is the ultimate master gardener, it seems.
Well, not the ultimate, but anyway, I did it long enough ago that I had to go to Springfield on a covered wagon. And,
wow.
No, that's me.
Well, now there are new ways to become a master gardener. You don't have to get on a wagon. You can get online and you can do those classes online. That's a really cool thing. How long have you guys been doing that?
Oh boy, that's really probably sort of come into its own in the last 5 years. It's something that they found people were not having the time to devote, because usually it was once a week and you went to a class and you were there for the whole day. So that they found that this was easier. Mike Haiti, who does a lot of our work at the farmers market for us, took his classes maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and he did them online and loved it. He absolutely loved it because he was able. He's a busy guy. He's still got really 2 full-time jobs,
Sure.
So he was able to slip these classes in a lot easier.
And then COVID hit, so that even pushed it more. There was a push more for internet or Zoom.
Right.
Of course. Yeah.
Instruction.
Yeah.
That time really promoted the online learning. Now we have it.
Right. And some units still do some units have gone to a hybrid form in which they have mostly online, but they have a couple of different sessions where they come in and sometimes they'll do labs and things. So, it's the program's always changing. I like to say the information's not very different. I can read a 500-year-old garden book and still relate to the person's problems.
The manual is very valuable.
But the manual
they
is
get. Yeah.
the manual can be extremely valuable. It's broken down, and they are working on revising that, but it's broken down into the same kind of segments, and so you're able to kind of flip through it and sort of get started on how to solve your problems.
So if someone's interested, they need to call the extension office.
Right.
What's the
217-287-7246, or they can go online to goillinois.edu/CJMM, and they can, there's a place on there for horticulture, and I think that they're on the banners. There are places to register.
Yeah. Extension really makes nice websites where register now real big on their site there. So hopefully that is easy to find there. And you brought up the farmers market there, and we're coming up to our last one of the summer. Is that right?
Well, it's the last one the Master Gardeners will be at. It's August 19th, which is this Saturday. And the Master Gardeners have usually since May been doing we do 2 a month, and set the tent up there so that people can come and talk to us face to face and kind of bring their garden questions. We get a lot of questions about things like where to go for soil testing and just various things that they find in their gardens.
I can imagine that you guys get some funny questions during the farmers market, because people have questions there, and oftentimes I don't want to go to Google with a gardening question. I need someone that knows the real answer, not just what Google tells. Do you guys find that?
No, it's absolutely true. And I think that one of the things that I always tell people, if you are researching, and it's like, my daughter's a pharmacist, and she says never go online looking for health information. But the gardening information is often the nice thing about the Master Gardener program is it's connected to universities, and you can oftentimes get your question in there, Japanese beetles, and just add the word extension. An extension will usually take you to, it won't always be the University of Illinois, but it will take you to the university sites around the country and give you some valuable information.
Wow.
So I a lot of times like to, Purdue has a lot of good info, Cornell, trying to think of another one. Missouri, of course.
I subscribe to the one in South Carolina, which is Clemson. And
Clemson's good. I've seen some stuff
because
from
my
Clemson.
daughter lives there.
Right.
So I kind of keep up on what's going on in South Carolina.
Sure. That's amazing.
And it's pretty much the same as what ours is here.
Right.
Yeah.
And again, if you go back to the unit's website that I mentioned, the go.illinois.edu, you can oftentimes find places to go there, to go to either the Gardener's Corner, which used to be printed like this, but is now mostly online, and it's just like seasonal. It's published once a quarter. So there are places to go to what we call, this sounds really terrible, reports on plant diseases, the RPDs. Doesn't that sound dreadful? Doesn't that sound dreadful? But anyway, those can be very useful, and those are old University of Illinois. So you may get an RPD. I ran across one the other day, Sandy, from 1999, doing a question at the help desk. So
very funny there. That's also a very helpful little extension. You add extension to the end of your
add extension to your Google search on gardening, and you'll usually get some decent information. One of the other universities I like to plug is University of Tennessee out of Memphis. They have a great garden show. If I'm on the ancient Consolidated Communications television system, and they have a channel on there which carries Gardening in the Mid-South. But look that up, Gardening in the Mid-South. Chris Cooper does an excellent job. He has an excellent panel of experts, and those are great. Absolutely. Those are great televised shows, and I think you could probably get them on what do you call it?
YouTube.
There you
or
go.
those kinds of things as well.
Plenty of great places to find real agriculture and gardening
Mhm.
information, because I'm
Mhm.
sure there's a lot out there that can be confusing or just incorrect. So
Mhm.
thank you for pointing us the right direction.
Yeah,
there.
and another one to, of course, we're in the area and it's very close to our growing season and everything, is Missouri Botanical Garden. If you're looking for identifying a plant or trying to see what, hey, I just bought this, I want to know what it's going to look like, their plant finder is a great online source. It's Missouri Botanical Garden.
Awesome. All the great resources that you would need to find your tips on gardening here from the Master Gardeners. We're going to take a short little break here, sitting down with Gwen Podesky and Sandy Klein, a couple of Master Gardeners. And we've been having a great conversation so far. We'll be back in just a little bit. Don't go anywhere. You are listening to the WTIM Morning Show.
Your information station, WTIM.
The WTIM Swap Shop has gone virtual. Now you can list your items to buy, sell, trade, or give away absolutely free by posting them online. Just click on the Swap Shop icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. Then click Create Account to create your free account. Complete the fields and hit Submit. Once your items are approved by station staff, they'll automatically show up on the Swap Shop page on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. Yes, the WTIM Swap Shop is now online and still free. Check it out today.
Hi, this is Jeff Grimmett with People's Bank and Trust. I am here to share information about our Save by Spending programs. Save by Spending Roundup, where we round up your debit card purchase to the next dollar and put that change in your savings account. Also, our Save by Spending Rewards program. You can earn cash back on all qualified signature-based debit card purchases. Call 888-PBT-1954 and learn more about our Save by Spending programs. At People's Bank and Trust, we put you and your savings first. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The Shelby County Economic Development Corporation aims to foster, promote, and stimulate economic development, from keeping existing industry and retail businesses successful and thriving to attracting new investment in Shelby County. The Shelby County Economic Development Corporation is here to help your business grow. It also sponsors job fairs to fill positions at existing employers and encourages future entrepreneurs in the Shelby County CEO program. Find out more on the Shelby County Economic Development Corporation by clicking their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Jim Stepp is the owner of Central Illinois Asphalt in Taylorville. With over 40 years in the asphalt paving business, he's still at it today, based in Taylorville. Don't trust fly-by-night pavers claiming they've got extra asphalt, then play gotcha. Call Jim Stepp at Central Illinois Asphalt for asphalt repair and sealing, and make your driveway or parking lot dust-free with recycled asphalt and environmentally friendly sealer that doesn't contain coal tar and other harmful things to your health. Reach Jim by Googling Central Illinois Asphalt Taylorville for quality work at fair prices. He's your local paver with over 40 years experience.
If you're even thinking about putting a new mattress on an old box spring, visit Just Beds today. The free box spring event is underway. Get a free box spring with the purchase of any premium Bemco, Arctic Breeze, Max Life, or Chatham & Wells mattress. That even includes any Bemco mattress currently on sale. Free delivery, free setup, free haul away, and a free box spring from the Yon Exterminators on Montvale, Springfield.
Just Beds.
This is Jenny Turvey, manager of Rolling Meadows Senior Living in Taylorville. To learn more about our apartments, click on our icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Jansen's Heating and Air is the home of Dr. Comfort, focusing on customer care for heating and air conditioning across Central Illinois for some 35 years. Find out their services, specials, and coupons by clicking their icon on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome back to the WTIM Information Station. Welcome back to the WTIM Morning Show. My name is Tim Zalabak. Thanks so much to our live stream sponsors, People's Bank and Trust and Landmark of Taylorville. I got Gwen Podesky and Sandy Klein in the studio with me today. They are a couple of master gardeners. We've been talking about all the great places to go for information. Their last appearance at the farmers market will be this Saturday. And we were talking about some of the great opportunities with the Master Gardeners. There's a new Master Gardener spot open up soon, and some of the help desk stuff is needed here.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys need help at the help desk?
We can always use help with
Yeah,
that.
we can always use help. Yeah. Yes, we have the help desk available to the community for every Thursday morning. Well, yes, every Thursday morning from 9 to 11. And you can call the extension at 217-287-7246 with your problem or question. hopefully it's a question that we can answer, and or you can bring your diseased plant in, and let us look at it.
Or your insect, hopefully,
or
hopefully
insect,
corralled in a
whatever,
jar.
and we can, yes, it's in a jar. No snakes, please.
You're bringing a picture of the snake.
Yeah.
Yeah, pictures of
Have you
the
guys had
snake
to
would
deal
be
with
bad.
wild animals being brought in, or is this
No.
just okay?
Not really.
Not- I
Insects we
haven't.
do get. The most exotic looking one was probably what do they call those velvet ants? The big,
Yeah, I had
big
a bit.
orange
I had a
and
bit.
black kind of. They look like they do look like they're covered in velvet in orange and
I
black.
had a
velvet.
bed bug,
Okay, yeah, we've
Yeah,
had
we've
bed
had a
bugs
bed
brought
bug.
in, and
and that
that kind of
Mhm.
gives you the willies. But no, we're glad to kind of help with that. And we've had a lot of questions this summer. The area seems to be really hit with fire blight, which is on most rose family trees, and that's going to include a lot of the pears, ornamental pears, apples, cherries, and a lot of those trees this summer have shown a
Mhm.
lot of that.
How can you spot that? What does it look
It's you look at the tree and it's just like pretty
Brown.
much all over brown sticks that look like somebody's taken a blowtorch to them. That's why it's called fire blight, because it looks like they've been burned.
like? And that can really affect
Mhm.
its
Oh,
offspring.
it's
Wow.
it's usually time to
cut down the tree.
cut down the tree
There's no
because
saving
it's
it.
really hard. It's really hard to
Very expensive if you want to try to save it. But
right.
No, it needs to be cut
Usually,
because it spreads.
Mhm. And it just kind of goes all over.
And
So,
now, yeah, go ahead.
but we've got, and of course, all kinds of questions about other things.
About vegetables, tomatoes, tomato plants. A lot of times, I know my experience has been that a lot of the damage to vegetables a lot of times is the farmer spraying if they're located next to a
Mhm.
field.
Mhm.
And
yeah, the
so that's
volatilization, the way that things like dicamba and 2,4-D are able to travel through the air,
Yeah.
it seems like they've become more volatile, I think.
Yeah.
So there have been problems, there are problems with that. And there are problems now this summer. I haven't had early blight on my tomatoes for long. I haven't seen it this year, but I think it's because we've
haven't
had
either.
very low humidity.
As long as I've lived here, I've never had a tomato worm.
Really?
Yeah. Have you?
One time last
Yeah.
year.
Never had it.
But-
Now, I shouldn't say that because next
Yeah,
year
yeah,
they'll be
you shouldn't-
covered with
You
them.
shouldn't talk about that, things like that. But I
Yeah.
mean, there are lots of things like that. We can also help you with, insects you might want to attract to your garden.
Yeah.
We have a lot of people. We did have somebody call who had honeybees who decided to take up residence under their saltwater pool. So there are questions like that we get, and we can a lot of times put people in touch with beekeepers. We've got various people we know that are beekeepers and things. So there are all kinds of questions.
Yeah,
that
we
come
don't
in.
try to handle every question
No.
or problem. We have resources that
Right.
we refer them out to. Arborist, or like Gwen said, a beekeeper that might be able to help.
Right.
them.
Or Andrew, we will not,
Yeah.
we cannot do questions for commercial growers. We cannot do farm questions about agricultural crops or other commercial
Mhm.
crops. So we are not able to do those questions, but
That'd be cheating. Going to the master gardener.
well, I think it's probably a matter of liability
Yeah,
for the university, but we are volunteers. We are not the experts.
we are not right.
We know how to get you the information from the experts.
Right. We are aware of certain professionals at the University of Illinois, and we can refer
Mhm.
them.
Yeah.
Andrew.
Right. The
is-
plant clinic is
yeah,
another thing.
the
We've got, if your tree is a disease and you really want to see if a fire blight's usually so easy to identify, but there are things with trees that can be very difficult. A lot of the needle, the conifers and things that you can, we will get you in touch with them and they'll tell you how to prepare the sample. One thing we do ask when you bring in samples, if it's a plant, to try to put it in a Ziploc bag or something airtight so that it will stay looking like, because once something dries up, it all looks the same.
Right.
So, but we do ask you to do that.
All right, guys, we got a little bit less than a minute left. I wanted to hit the tree walk coming up real fast. What's the date of the tree walk?
It's going to be Saturday, October 21st, and it will be at the Caius Arboretum from 2 o'clock until 4 o'clock. And this year we're going to add a guided tour on some of the highlights. She's got over 100 trees and some of the more unusual trees that you've seen. So
amazing. Well, that tree walk happening on October 21st, you said?
yes,
Awesome.
and we will talk about it more
Yes, we will.
as the months roll along here.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for coming in, being on the show today, talking to everyone about gardening today.
Thank you.
Absolutely. That was Gwen Podesky and Sandy Klein with the Master Gardeners. You've been listening to the WTIM Morning Show.
Your information station, WTIM.
Search crews accompanied by sniffer dogs hard at work on fire-ravaged